let's make sure that we have PyCharm and Python and Arcade all set up correctly. In this little step, we're going to make the smallest possible Arcade program. It just prints the version number and exits. So we're going to create first a new file for our game. So File, New. And we're going to call this file game.py. And it creates the file in the project tool on the right that lists all the files in the folder. Let's go ahead and type in some Python. I'm going to type in import arcade. We will explain later what this means. Print arcade.release. Now when we run this, it's going to fail, and that's okay. We're going to explain why. But let's go ahead and run it so you can see how code is run in Python and PyCharm. I'm going to right-click in the middle of this file and choose Run Game. And it tells me that no module named Arcade is found. And that's because we have not installed into this Python the software that we need for Arcade, the library that we're using. PyCharm makes this really easy to fix. Put your mouse on top of the red squiggly line and click, and then go to the light bulb and say Install Package. And let PyCharm go off and do the installation for you. You'll see that it's happening down here. Now PyCharm tells us that it installed correctly. We can dismiss that. And now when we try to run this again, it runs correctly and tells us what version of Arcade we are using. Well, now that we've run a program, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the theory. What's going on here? We have a Python file called game.py, and it's in our project. And we're running that Python file using the Python interpreter, the one that we set up as a virtual environment just for this project. It's a virtual environment just for this project. It's also the virtual environment that we installed Arcade into. So the Arcade software was installed into this virtual environment. And we're telling Python to run this file game.py and execute all of the instructions. Well, what were the instructions that it did? The first line, line 1, used Python's import command to import a package called Arcade. And Arcade is the software that we installed. Once we said import into this file, game.py, all the Python code over in that package, we can then start using some of the software that's in Arcade, which is what we want because that's where all the game writing is. Well, for now, all we really want to do is inside Arcade, give me the variable called release. So go get the release variable from the Arcade package and then print it. And print is a function that prints a value. This value is the Arcade release, and it prints that value to the output.